Problem when you start seeing the sun come up and you still haven't gone to bed yet. You're just like,
It's
fuck.
officially -3 Fahrenheit.
Yeah. All right, this is game 2 of Oceania Battle Arena, week 21. My name's Calculus. I am joined by Badger and Trippy Guy, and we've got a Rex Sideman.
What? He has a great leader, Riven. I don't see Rivens anymore because nobody just has them. They were
Nope.
popular at the beginning, and then it's like, oh, well, nobody commends people for anything these days.
Nobody commends people for anything in like level 30 or above. I got 2 ribbons on one day once, but then when you transferred from NA to OCE, when it first came out, you lost your ribbon.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I want my ribbon back. They're like impossible to get. Rito, rework that shit.
Yeah, they never really kind of ended up doing something with that. I think they're still working on it though. Alright, so we got Jarvan, Fizz, and Fiora bans. I guess they're okay. Well, I don't know why you banned Fiora. That's just...
Yeah, I don't know.
Doesn't
why
make
you
any
think
sense.
they're around it.
Katarina's probably worth banning. Fizz, I mean, I guess if you don't want to deal with him, if it's like a targeted thing, he's worth banning. Jarvan's pretty decent at the moment. He's, you know, he's kind of, like, he's one of those guys that just kind of bubbles up every so often and he's pretty good, and then he kind of gets outmatched and sort of falls back, but he doesn't really change a whole lot.
The Sidra ban's interesting. There's no Talon ban.
There is no talent ban. Matt Pack. You have an
Matt Pack,
obligation.
if you don't play Talon, I'm actually gonna...
Yeah. We're
Find
gonna can the
OCE
game.
Talon.
I'm gonna find out where he lives, even though I already know where he lives. And egg his house.
What? I'm gonna find out where he lives, even though I already know where he lives. But
Well, see, I know where he lives, but I actually don't know, like his exact address, or, like, whereabouts. I can picture it in my head. I don't know where he actually might be, like...
I gotcha.
You can just ask him, I guess.
Yeah, just casually ask him. Oh,
So apparently,
never mind.
PVT General asked for Fiora ban, so there you go.
Yeah, it's for Fiora ban. Okay. Or he could forget Talon.
Yeah,
excuse me.
disappointing.
Play Azir. I'm fine with an Azir
Now,
pick.
I haven't watched any professional league since Worlds. Has Azir been played? Have either of you guys seen any?
Bjergsen played him at IEM, and they lost.
Okay.
And
Did he
Faker's
do
been
well
trying
with
to get
Azir
it.
though?
I mean, he did all right with it.
Okay.
He Faker. Well, Faker's never gonna get his hands on Azir. Let's all be honest for a second. Faker is probably the best. Well, he's the best player in the world, but he's also the best Azir in the world.
Yeah.
Like his solo queue highlights are so like
Just
awesome.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, they banned it. I think they banned it twice against him this morning. Pretty sure they banned it twice against him this morning, in the yesterday morning for me. And that series against Najin.
Okay. Fiddlestick's interesting. Be interested to see where he goes. Zed though, I mean that's gonna be an interesting matchup. Zed versus Azir. I mean Azir can probably, if you've got the mechanical skill, you could probably beat Zed. But if you fail, you're gonna fail hard.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, Instant Draven. Okay.
League of?
So,
Misfortune. That's what it is. League of Misfortune. No.
oh, Draven into the Misfortunes actually. I wouldn't say like an ideal, but it's pretty good lane.
So Jax has just got a buff in the last patch, which is kind of weird because why would you buff Jack? Should be
Because he wasn't that strong before. Like,
but he's
I
never
mean,
far off the pace though. To be fair,
his early game was bad last patch. Let's all be real for a second.
yeah, but he's friggin'
And-
Jax. It should be bad. And wasn't
Yeah, but,
when they worked him, didn't they add more to his late game? Oh, okay.
Really?
What?
Really, guys?
Really?
Oh well. Let's get going in another 50 minutes.
Yep.
It was
Yeah,
Erebus, I think.
It happens.
I know.
All right, one more person. We'll give it 10 minutes.
Yeah, he has to go. You
Yeah.
You've let us all down, mate. Nah, I'm kidding.
You know what? So we can
He's a
have
cool
more
dude.
nostalgia about old games.
He did well in the last game. He was playing his
You played that Kennen.
Kennen, and Kennen did quite well. And he was doing badly at the start, and he managed to dig himself out of the hole. So
Where the fuck is my drink? Where'd it go? How does a 2-liter bottle just go missing like that? Where'd it go? Oh, I found it. It's alright. I think this is a sign that I might have to like clean up the junk pile I've created.
That's probably a good idea. I need to do
Yeah.
that.
Join us. Join us,
Join
me
us,
and
mere mortal.
maybe. We'll see.
That's what I need. I don't know why I just thought of this, but I need to transfer one of my accounts to Latin America. See what my ping's like.
alright.
Because at this point, I have 80, 87, 88 ping to NA, but one of the guys that actually got me into League that lives in my hometown, he played on Latin America and he had like 40 or something like that. It's always just worth a shot to play in a new region.
Okay,
Hey, we
yeah.
got one.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
We got
Just
one.
before we start, I'm gonna
Let's
add
try this
in
one more time.
Jack, aka. Wait for Mitch to give in. We're gonna add somebody into the call because he has to cast with us if he answers the call.
Oh, Victor.
Yep, we got Jack, aka Victor Predley. He's joining us to cast the next game. Are you there?
Oh, this is gonna just be a cluster.
It normally is.
He's coming in on. He's coming in on as himself.
Well, you just gotta be yourself.
If he's actually going to talk.
I had to put my mic in.
Welcome along.
Oh, that's so weird hearing actual.
I've got 3 USB ports, so I got to cycle them around. So I got like everything plugged in.
So if you ever wondered who the real Victor Bradley is, you're now hearing him. Welcome along. Now this is Game 2, Oceania Battle Arena Week 21. I'm Heraclossus, joined by Badger, all the way from Ohio. We've got Trippy Guy and we've got Jack.
East Coast hype. NA East Coast.
This is like Australian lullaby for Badger because it's like 4 a.m. over there, nearly 5 a.m. for him. So,
it is currently
and it's minus
4:51
like
a.m.
minus 300 degrees. He's actually living inside a freezer.
Well, it seems like a freezer. It's you live in a place where it gets cold enough where they cancel school. Like they cancel all the schools around you the night before.
Yeah.
Like, we got the phone call at like 7:45 over here. Like 12 hours before school started. The night was supposed to start the next morning for like the high school.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a little cold here.
Just a bit.
Just a wee bit.
If really Australian government was like, yeah, it's like 40 degrees, soz guys.
Well, theoretically that's supposed to
just
happen,
chill.
but it never. I don't think it's ever actually happened.
I don't think it's ever happened once.
Yeah. All right, so we've had same bands as before. We've had more or less the same picks. So Misfortune, Zed, Azir, Fiddlesticks, and Nasus. Or as a friend of mine keeps saying incorrectly, Nasus, and I keep slapping him in the head.
Nasus.
My friend, my friend says Nasus. I can't help it, do Victor. I'm sorry. My friend says
he's always there.
Nasus. I just say Susan because who fucking wouldn't do Susan?
Yeah.
Susan, Renee, and I don't have one for Azir. I've just been kind of saying Azzy or Zira or some shit.
I was waiting for it to come out of somewhere. You couldn't stay out of character.
You couldn't hold back.
I can do it. I did Victor before. I managed to get a podcast in, even though it's ridiculously hard for me at the moment. And I did a lot of shouting, so I'm sore right now. Please don't. Hello, everybody.
I still get kind of startled when I hear actual Victor. Like, freaks me out a little bit. Not
What
hearing.
are you talking about? There's no Victor here.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Didn't I kick you out of this?
Yeah, I thought we both got fired.
All right then, see ya.
All right. Yep. We'll see you.
So I think
Oh,
I think I need to bring this to everyone's attention real quickly. Moobeat made a post on Twitter. It was a little sort of like he pointed out a little red post. A Tarek rework is confirmed and in the making at the moment, and apparently going very well. So I need everyone to sign a petition to not change Tarek.
Change.org, yeah.
To not change Tarek. He doesn't need a change. He's perfect when I'm the only one playing him. I would like him
Which
to
is
stay
which
how
is
he
the current situation.
Which is not true because
Which
Frown.
is-
It's actually I will link it to you. Send it to me. I will link it to Frown Power on NA because he plays Tarek as well. So
I think I am probably the most famous person in Oceania who plays Tarek.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's-
Which is
I-
pretty
I-
much telling you everything you need to know about Tarek.
Tarek is a great champion, and everyone who plays him agrees with me.
Now, I'm just thinking,
Mainly
the burst
yourself.
on this Sona, I think is going to be quite good, but Thresh really hurts Sona. Sona really doesn't have much against...
Thresh Draven's just such a strong lane.
Yeah.
I personally am a
Kinda feel
big
bad
fan of
for
the Draven Braum lane. That's probably my favorite one. Thresh I do like with Draven. A lot of people like to pick Leona with Draven because of that big level 2 mass thing, but I prefer someone like Thresh or Braum who can protect Draven a little better into the later stages of the game because Leona likes to go full ham. She jumps in there and then
Yeah.
she's separated from Draven and then everyone's like, hey, look, Draven's sitting by himself, get him.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean,
Yeah.
had they picked Leona in this seconds, I mean, Sona doesn't deal well with hard engage. Like, she does much better against more
the
passive.
Leona
So,
Draven lane is great.
yeah.
It's just after that I don't like it that much.
Okay.
Right.
I'm looking at this top lane and I'm thinking Nasus versus Ryze. Ryze is pretty much just, I mean, it's going to be a farm fest, and ultimately Ryze wins a farm fest. So, I think, well, in the late game. I mean, really, if you think about it, like a late game Ryze is much worse. Like a heavily farmed late game Ryze is much worse than a heavily farmed late game Nasus.
Yeah, that's true, but
Yeah. Having said that,
it's
oh,
okay.
you're thinking,
25 minutes. 25 minutes. Nasus is gonna start doing things.
yeah, it's true. And he's going for the ghost, which is always a good pick.
It's a,
So he should be able to get in there. I mean, really, they don't have much peel at all. I mean, they've essentially got they got two big AoE stuns. So if you can land those correctly, like you can layer them. So Mumu goes in, ults. Sona waits half a second, ults. You know, all the while you've got a bullet time going on.
sad bullet time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one who can really get on top of Tribal Mine too well in that team. Thresh maybe if he gets the hook in there, but because there's no one like full divey in there, as you can sort of do it, but then he's jumping into like 20 odd people to get there. So Tribal can basically free ult a team fight. He's got no problem.
Actually, Fiddlesticks is gonna have a fairly good opportunity to do it if he plays it right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If he can get that side, like get around the sides.
he
You
needs
get
to
the
really
flank.
get in there.
Yeah.
Which is what Amumu's
yeah,
gonna be looking
you
for.
could go
so.
Thresh Lantern in. He gets the hook, dives in, throws the lantern out, brings... But I don't think it's going to work quite as well.
We'll see.
I mean, I think Blue Team have probably got the better comp. Just more cohesive.
Yeah, they have a very strong team fight. They have Curse of the Bullet Time plus Sona,
Yeah.
and then Ryze is going to be throwing
Yeah,
full mass
Crescendo of the sad
AoE,
bullet
and,
time.
and meanwhile Zed can just go ham on the back line.
Yeah.
I remember throwing it back a little bit to beginning of season 3. Back when I got my this is before I was part of the T-Force community, but I remember I played on a fives team with 4 other guys that I met from this one community that I was part of that kind of dissolved off weeks after. But we played one comp, and it was Curse of the Sad Bullet Time with Sona support and Jarvan top lane. I played Katarina mid, and if
You
they
are
lasted
cancer.
more than 2 seconds, if they lasted more than 2 seconds in a team fight, we didn't play it right.
Yeah.
I like.
That's all it came down to was if they survived more than 2 seconds, we did something wrong.
I pulled a Cassiopeia Misfortune Gangplank and Mumu team, and that was really fun. Getting that Cassio ult and bullet time and cannon barrage on top of everyone was really cool.
Yeah.
You could just catch them off in those small gaps in the jungle. There wasn't really much for them to go with.
Yeah. Red team needs to be careful in the jungle this game.
Yeah. I like
Very
Misfortune, but she's got the big problem of she is the really immobile ADC. Like, she literally doesn't move when she does her thing. So,
Yeah, she doesn't.
But they
so
haven't-
like,
yeah. What are the other
if
issues?
they have
Sorry.
mad assassins, they're in trouble. But we keep
Yeah.
talking over each other. Why can't we balance this carrot?
No, it's fine. I mean, there really isn't much dive. So,
That's
you know, I mean, as long as you keep Nasus at a distance, which you... I mean, right, if anything, Rise can actually probably do the best job of, like, stopping him getting to Misfortune.
Yeah, and also
Imprisoned. Maybe so.
what's it called? Wither won't slow down bullet time in the slightest. So.
No, so it's, you know, it's probably not... They haven't got much dive, so being immobile is not an issue. I think one of the real problems for Red Team is that a Mumu's going to be able to basically do what he wants to do. Like, he's not going to have any pressure in the jungle. And that's really dangerous for Red Team. So, I mean, you know, in a circumstance where you know they're taking your Mumu, you go, okay, we go, like, Udyr or something like that. Someone who can basically just get in there and mess him up.
Yeah.
By going Fiddle, essentially your Mumu is going to be able to just kind of farm up.
Yeah, he probably could have gone with I want to say something like a Xin or something like that. I feel like that would have been a nice pick. in
Well,
there,
I
and
actually
they-
think they picked... Like, it was Misfortune picked, then Azir and Fiddle. So,
Yeah.
a Mumu was able
Yeah,
to
the MF was
respond
the
by
pick.
picking a Mumu. So it's just something, I guess, really, if you're picking Fiddlesticks, maybe wait till later in the pick phase to take him, because you're not giving away, you know, you know, a big... Something so easy to counter.
Yeah, normally when you've got those the 2 champ pickups, so you're the second team picking. A lot of time you'll notice, particularly in the pro play, they'll show off their bot lane first because their bot lane doesn't have a huge amount of counters. Like, you can play into a lot of champions in bot lane. It doesn't matter too much. You might lose a little bit of farm early, but you can still come back from that. Jungle is a big problem because you pick someone weak in the jungle, then the other person can pick something really abusive in the jungle and just come and wreck your shit up. You pick something particularly weak early game in mid, they can respond with something particularly early game in mid and shut you down really hard.
So just go back to the Misfortune ult. Mystical's made a couple of good points in chat. So she's against Thresh, who has 2 things to knock her out. That's true. You think
He needs to get in there.
He needs to get in there. I guess you probably could hook into somebody who's next to her and then flay. That's probably not a bad way, but otherwise it might be a bit tricky.
I feel like
Fiddlestick's silence is probably a better point, because now it prioritizes targets it hasn't hit. So if you can manage to hold on to it and then get it off when Misfortune ults, then yeah, that's actually a very
I think that's a fair point. I think the issue with Thresh getting in there is he's going to be spending a lot more time peeling, particularly against, like, he's got to deal with a Zed and an Amumu being right up in their face. So I think he's going to be focused more on trying to protect Draven this game. At least he should, because Draven really needs someone to protect him. Otherwise, he can't just keep snowballing and just smashing people, because Draven will kill anyone in 2 hits, but if someone gets on top of him, he'll die in 1.
Well, the thing is, the blue team has 2 disengage ultimates that they're going to use as their engage tools, and red team has 2 disengage ultimates as well, with the Emperor's Divide from Azir and the box coming out of Thresh. So they're going to have plenty. Both teams have plenty of zone control this game. It's just blue team has the better team fight, and it's going to come down to Can Azir get his soldiers in, do a bunch of damage? Can Fiddlesticks land a good ultimate? And can Draven make sure that he doesn't get killed instantaneously in team fights?
Yeah.
So Mystical's got Fiddle's fear to protect Draven. Yeah, except Fiddle's wanting to jump into the middle of their team. You know,
Fiddle shouldn't be standing. Fiddle shouldn't really be standing next to Draven.
No,
He should
unless
be
you're going to
in the
hold on
middle
to
of
your
the
role,
team.
which
He
is...
should be in the middle of the team and golden. That's where Fiddlesticks should be.
Yeah.
Normally.
This is Battle Arena though, so anything can really happen.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, well, that's true. First two coming out from blue side, and Billy can't play aggro, so only got taken down to half health, and now is the time that you should be scared if you are Tribal and Mocha. Okay.
Yeah, Draven, if I could give any criticism about Draven, because I played him straight for 30 days and I got fairly efficient on him. Rushing level 2 on Draven is a very powerful thing because you hit level 2 before him and then you pick up stand aside and you get a mad
He went the blood up.
Yeah, that's a mistake a lot of them go for. Tribal's gone down. So he's playing a very aggressive Draven right now.
Wow,
It looks like he's
that
gonna
was
almost
really well played by Draven.
Oh
he
yeah.
played that very well.
I mean, that's the issue with Sona. Like, she in the early game she doesn't really offer much peel. You know, so Thresh is able just to hook, and if she gets hooked, she's the one who's going to die. So,
If I can sort of give some options for Sona into someone like them, I'd say that it's a bit hard because Thresh has a good hook on level 1, but Draven's level 1 isn't super crazy. You can get in there and deal a bit of damage to Draven, and then if he's a bit weaker, he's going to be more hesitant to get up in your face. You got to be really cautious of the Thresh hooks though, because they're going to be brutal at any time of the game.
One of the things I just noticed is Ryze didn't take biscuits in his mastery tree in the utility, so he's losing out on that free 15 times 3, 45 mana that he would get.
You
And
have
then-
to risk it if you want the biscuit.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit, man. But taking the, like, even the biscuits just make such a strong advantage in lane, because, well, 1, he's out of mana right now, and 2,
Biscuits
You
are
kind of-
delicious.
I mean, I think Ryze has actually probably been spamming his abilities probably a bit too much. Like, he really,
Yeah.
the mana management as Ryze is really important in top lane because I mean, this
he's sitting at 900
circumstances.
gold right now. He could have theoretically already gone back and gotten his tier as well, since he does have teleport. Does he have the mastery for summoner spells? Yes, he does. So he had, if he would TP back, it would be a 3-minute cooldown instead of a 4-minute cooldown. So he could have. And another thing, I can't talk. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning. Hold on. let me get my complete thought
Do you
together.
want me to
real quick,
talk? Do you want me to talk while you
No, I'm trying to like formulate the words, but
Badger,
he
you have
went
no
back.
articulation.
I know, which is bad because I usually do. But he went back at like 5 minutes and 30 seconds and picked up his tier, and then instead of buying the ruby crystal, that's
Gone.
that's just the power of
Good
Draven
hook.
Thresh bottom lane.
Good play and comboed straight into a stand aside. She wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, she was dead. Ryze though.
Oh, Ryze is going in. He's
Oh,
gonna get
wow,
right
that
there.
was
Let's be honest,
great.
attack in the end, too. That was
Totally
great.
worth the
Here
flash.
comes the Amumu. I don't think he wants this. He does not want this fight. They
No,
definitely don't.
You don't have your support
oh my
there.
goodness.
Remember,
He's gonna
Draven
get
got
it.
that
gonna get
passive.
it.
that was.
With the shield.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna stray straight out, and maybe maybe I'm being unfair to Draven and or like Thresh on Draven by saying this, but when we were in the champs, like in the lobby, he wasn't. I think he had like 5 ranked, not even like it was unranked. I've got a feeling we might have a Smurf in our midst because we've this.
No,
this,
he had like, I thought he had like 60 games.
oh, did he? Okay, I
Don't
wasn't
be
sure.
silly. He took Blood Rush second.
Yeah.
I just know that I know at least once we've had a situation where there was a
that a feint?
wow, this is actually might work out for him.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, then we had a Smurf in
Become
us
too far.
who just absolutely drilled people, and they were like unranked, and it was like
It was funny
damn
though
puzzle.
because like Kun, who was like casting at the time, had to find something wrong with like whatever the vein was doing. It's like he was 24 and 2, I'm pretty sure. It's
Yeah,
like, oh yeah.
it's something-
Oh no, this vein is bad. He didn't buy like a last whisper. It's like, really, dude, it doesn't honestly matter. It's like not gonna matter at all in this
Yeah.
point. Yeah.
So really, I mean, this bottom lane. So if you're blue side bottom lane, what do you reckon we do? Like they should be doing? I mean, my thought is they just need to play it as safe as possible. They've already given up a couple of kills.
They don't shove. You never. If you're, they should probably be freezing.
Yep.
But
And keep
even at that
your
point,
bushes warded as well, so you don't get any sneaky thresh hooks in there, because that'll be the end of you straight away. You don't want to get thresh hooked.
Well, even like a fiddle, you know, if he comes right around the back. So I mean, blue have no wards up in this bottom lane at all. Oh, they
Yeah.
all want a dragon. Sorry.
Your
who's-
lane is also
point.
open to the tri-brush as well, so you are much easier to gank on that side of the map.
Yeah.
yeah, they're 2 levels down and they're getting zoned out at this point. And against a bottom lane that could fight more efficiently, they are in a just troublesome situation at this point. I really, since he's got double longsword Dorans to a blood, well, not a bloodthirster, but it could be a bloodthirster. BF sword, a pickaxe, and that longsword. And
Well, this isn't
Like,
good.
huge
Stannis side comes out. The
chunks.
box is going down. Tribal flashes over the wall, but he's going under turret. And he gets pulled again. He's going to go down. Spinning axe is grabbing the kill there.
Yeah. There's just no way they can fight
that's
that sort of level of
there's nothing
damage.
they can do in that lane now. They kind of
Yeah.
have to let the turret drop.
Yeah,
MF
let the
freezes,
turret
zone
go,
arounds.
and hopefully Draven and Thresh, if they know what they're doing, they're going to leave the lane and try and make impact somewhere else, because it's at the point Draven's not going to get any extra money other than these passive 50 gold when he's killing them at this point. They're so far down, they're not really worth anything. So red team bot lane, take the tower, move around, make bigger impacts around the map, and if they leave, you two can free farm for a bit, push it up, and then join the rest of your team when you got a bit more farm.
I gotta say, after a rough start, this rise is just
Oh, yeah.
punishing Nasus.
Ryan
So-
Ryan is a
That's
that's
just
Ryan,
big.
by the way. He's a Rise main. He did a
Yeah, okay.
episode with he did an episode with Tribal on the podcast.
Why did Nasus just ult to just go back? I don't understand. He could have just gone back.
Reasons.
He could have,
Yeah.
but
But he was like far away enough from the tower that like you could probably see our rise like come at you. I don't know, it just seemed silly.
mhm.
Or he was doing it for the vine. I don't know. Either one.
He's doing it for the vine. Is that what
See,
you
at
just-
least someone on the show understands. Whenever I make that joke, like Clerical's like,
Oh my gosh, I hate
What?
that so much.
Clerical is like, oh, I'm not like in with the lingo of these kids. I don't watch just random 5-second videos. I was like, Clerical, mate, come on.
Oh, there's lots of great vibes out there.
There's
He
plenty
says
of good
martyr
vibes
as
out
well, and I always give him shit for it.
Sona, you really should have picked up that Sightstone over the upgraded Frostfang.
there. Yeah. Early
Oh,
side
wow.
stone.
Because you need
Sweeper.
you desperately need wards in those bushes, because Thresh has full control of your bot lane now. He just stands in your bush. You can't go near it. You need wards in those bushes. Need them. Essential.
Got the flash on the
I
rise
actually
on
would
top
have.
of-
I wouldn't have flashed if I was in that. Like, you know, you could have probably saved his flash because he probably wasn't going to die before the. Yeah, he could just do that. I mean, look how much health he had.
man.
Susan wasn't coming for him.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a lot of action in top lane here. Fiddle
Oh,
Fears
yeah,
in.
top
And
and
remember,
bottom.
this is
Sona's
the
Sona's
damage
dead.
cost. The bot lane's going ham again. Draven, massive damage.
That crit though. At this point, there's nothing that Sona can do. When
Yeah.
Thresh hooks you and Draven hits you with one spinning axe and you're already at half health.
Well, that was happening even before he picked up the eye edge. So
Yeah. Well, that was happening after the second kill.
oh,
Oh,
nearly got the
gotcha.
kill.
Oh,
yeah. That was close.
just
Okay, yeah, bot lane, when this happens, feel free to start taking golems as well. You can pick up a little extra cash and XP there. Especially because if you're getting zoned out of lane, you're out of XP radius, you may as well do it anyway rather than just standing and doing nothing. You're going to get down even further. So feel free to go and pick up golems every now and then when they come up between backs or when you come back to lane. and let the tower go because you coming back to lane's only putting you further and further behind here.
Don't, Misfortune, you're down 4 kills. Don't build Brutalizer. I know that you built double longsword towards it, but Brutalizer at this point is gonna get you nowhere, especially against
No one has
I mean-
any armor. Like, it's not really gonna be
Yeah.
like efficient, really.
Sadly, that lane's like over with at this point.
Like already, there's a 6 grand gold difference, and it's only been nearly
How much
13
gold
minutes.
did
I
Draven
mean,
get
to,
from this
at least,
map?
Sona at least has her ultimate, or I mean,
Bye.
Another
You're not
hook
gonna
again.
win.
Sona's going down the
Holy
box.
I'm not talking about now,
Unnecessary
but like when
box.
it gets to the teamfight phase, I mean, at least Sona has the ability to kind of just, use her ultimate, which is not nothing, So that's, at least, I mean, I guess if you're Sona, you sort of want to try and work towards that point, maybe build some CDR type stuff.
Draven's overall gold is 6,950. It's nearly 7 grand.
Yeah.
Like,
Look,
It
he's got
doesn't tell you
IE
how much he got from his passive.
IE
Yeah.
and a BF sword. Oh, I'd
Gotta
say
be
he'd.
a
I'd say
hammer.
he'd have maybe like
that,
Zero.
the overall gold, I think. Like,
400 out of his passive or something.
Death Mark, nice flash. Oh my crits.
Yeah,
Hey,
those
he died.
those,
Well, that's
those
actually
crits
going
are
to
massive.
help Misfortune out in a big way because she just got all that shutdown gold.
Then we get hooked
That was a
in.
great goal.
Ooh, this could be dangerous.
So
Thresh
use
knows he's
your
got to
ult.
back off, but the bandage toss lands. Oh! Death sentence, whatever it's called, couldn't save him. Dark Passage.
Dark Passage, yep.
At least Ryan's doing good.
So does Seta Crescendo. She could have. I mean, it's not it wasn't necessary to. They could have gotten both the kills though if they would have used it. It wasn't necessary for her to use it, but
Panic move.
panic move,
think,
I guess.
Yeah, the blue team are gonna have to bank on their team fight power. At some point, they're gonna have to group up and try and make team movements while everyone else is still trying to lane. They can probably pick up a couple towers off that before you force the other team to start grouping up as well, and then maybe then you have enough gold to actually properly team fight.
I mean, red team should really try to. I mean, once they get that bottom tower down, they should really start to put pressure on Dragon because they're just so far ahead. There's 7,000
No
gold
contest.
difference.
No contest.
As 15 minutes in, so yeah, you really want to sort of get on top of that.
Yeah.
Basically, for blue team to win fights at this point, they're gonna have to pick Draven off, and then hope that Misfortune gets them low enough that Ryze can just go in and hard carry fights, because he's really realistically the only one that could do something at this point. But
Going down here.
yeah, Amumu doesn't even try and go for it. Probably in his best interest.
Yeah, one issue they have playing against Azir is if they all start jumping into the pit, he's just gonna shove them all.
Sona
into
needs
the
to
wall,
ult.
and then
Oh,
they
there's
got
the
nowhere to go.
combo right there.
That was a
comes.
really great team.
Oh, and Zed's on top of Draven. Draven's going down. Are they gonna change targets, but they get shoved back? Look at the range. Fiddle's going in. The flash goes down. Oh, Shuriken drops Fiddles.
Nasus got dove in the top lane by Ryze as well.
Yeah.
So that actually narrowed the gold difference down quite substantially. So now it's gone from a 7,000 gold lead to a 5,000 gold lead, 5,500.
Yeah, they are.
So
Team movement's probably definitely the way to go right now. Abandon this bot lane. You're not helping yourselves by leaving that tower there. Start making map movements. You can pressure that mid tower a bit more. Ryan's already taken that top tower. But you saw there. You land a combo. You get on top of Draven with Zed. They start bodies hit the floor. You know.
Bodies do hit the floor.
Let the body hit the floor.
someone is gonna do it. That's the better
Yep.
whether or not to stop.
Oh, Draven
Ryan probably
gets one.
more than you can chew here.
yeah,
PPT General doesn't have his ultimate.
two.
Draven gets one auto attack. He's going down. So
Oh,
does
he
the
should have
Van
gone back
Position,
for the
but she's
catch.
running away. Thresh
See,
comes.
that wouldn't have been too bad had they not, like, if they'd gone in together.
Yeah.
Like, they probably could have, they potentially could have got that kill
I doubt it though, honestly. Like with Draven being that far ahead, I honestly think he could have just 1v2'd. It wouldn't have mattered.
maybe, I don't know.
As quickly as he burned through the rise, Zed's death mark was still down at the time.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
So he didn't
was-
have
that
that
was the issue. There
executing
was no
power.
There was no death mark, Rise
They
hasn't
locked
quite
down. They
built
locked him
up
down
yet.
fairly efficiently.
Oh yeah, if Deathmark was there, they would have probably killed him without losing anyone. Rise would have taken a hell of a lot of damage though. Looks like we got a lot of action going on here. The range on those soldiers, oh my god.
Zero is actually
Misfortune.
extremely powerful when played in the right hands.
Oh, Moo fails the flash, but
Ugh. It's okay.
it's alright. He got
The
out.
magic man is there.
He's got the magic touch.
You got the touch.
It's coming up in 2 minutes.
You've got
Look at
the
this, look at
power.
how fast this tower's going down.
That's what
Really hard for them to respond right
That's
now.
a totally different song, dude.
Interesting choice of this Bloodthirster.
He could
I
build
feel-
whatever he wants at this point.
He can, yeah.
That damage.
I have like
Do you
20
see
different.
how
I have
quickly
like 20
he's
different.
burning people down? That's a
Oh,
double.
that's massive.
Axis. Whirling death. Just
Oh,
throw
yeah.
it to the bit. Just throw it. Sona's right there. Just. Oh my. He's just crushing some movement. Oh, but he misses. Never mind.
I think this would have been a good game for Trinity Force Draven. Rarely I build Trinity Force on Draven, but when I get that far ahead and I have that mass burst damage with spinning axes, they go down even
that's
quicker, and they don't have any innate tankiness yet to deal with him.
Oh, misfortune. Don't build Yomus. Whatever you do, don't build Yomus.
Oh my
Especially
god,
if you're.
tribal! Oh my god, he built.
So what would have been a better pick as a first item for
Eye
Misfortune?
Edge. Eye Edge
Yeah,
is such
okay.
a good item on her.
Yeah.
Eye Edge is such a
Brutalize- in
strong
terms of
item on most
brutalize-
ADQs.
In terms of brutalizer items, if you want one, you go Black Cleaver. Yomus don't do
Cleaver.
anything for it. Because Cleaver's gonna shred them down with her ultimate. So
Draven
no
gets
one's
one.
no one's
Draven
gonna have
gets
any
two.
armor. Oh my god, Draven's so strong. And look at this smart
Sona.
lantern for teleport. Bam! Become Q-Farm.
Well, he didn't pick MF into Draven Thresh. He first picked.
His first pick
MF.
Misfortune. That in itself
Yeah.
is really risky.
He blind picked. Yeah, blind pick MF is bold, but
I
also
think
they
this
picked.
might result in a surrender, honestly,
Yeah,
soon enough.
unfortunately, I would.
Yeah. Sona also got picked into Draven, so I don't know how I feel about that pick as well.
I feel like it might be just because like this person isn't a very confident support, and a lot of not very confident supports will just go straight for Sona. Like,
Yeah.
she does everything, you know. Let's just pick her up. She's easy. I press buttons and
Yeah,
win games.
I actually know Michael Chill in real life, and he hasn't played anywhere near as much as some of these others of league. So it's just an experience thing, you know. Like if you haven't played these sort of circumstances, you might not necessarily know the weaknesses.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's
That's
Correct.
that's a team fight.
there's not much we can do here. They just snowballed
game.
too hard,
Mm-hmm.
and they surrendered.
22. That's
Dishonor to you, surrendering. How dare you surrender?
No, it's sensible.
Surrender is for the weak.
It isn't. Don't be like that. Don't listen to
Surrender
Victor.
is for the weak. You get nothing out of surrendering.
You
Nothing.
get to play another game.
No,
You get to save 10 minutes.
that doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You get, you get to play another game anyway.
Your time is money, so therefore you save money.
No. Don't be ridiculous.
Yep, we're gonna try and play one more.